Persona 4 Arena Ultimax!
Oh no! Boo!
Target acquired. Commencing capture now.
Down. You're reusing. I guess no. What am I talking about? It's a different time of day than when Yosuke was there, so I guess they didn't completely reuse the asset.
Aigis.
Boop, boop, boop. Oh, he put on some real clothes. This is ridiculous. I thought I was well concealed in the crowd in front of the station, but Aigis comes charging towards me. The people around me draw back, and people walking by stare dumbfounded. She's in a robot. She's not concealed. Ah, whatever. I guess it's Japan. They expect to see robots on the subway.
It's time for your English 2 class.
I'm gonna be absent today.
Oh, Mitsuru sent Aigis to be like, Akihiko, go to college, idiot.
Absence without Mitsuru-san's express permission will not be tolerated.
Exactly.
Well, the class doesn't do roll call. If I pass the final exam, I'll get the credits I need. I've already mastered English anyway.
I've heard that some college classes randomly take roll. One cannot discount the possibility.
With that professor, it'll never happen.
You stand out, so your absence will immediately be apparent.
How do I stand out? I'm not dressed for missions today.
Yeah, there's nothing else about you, Akihiko, that grabs the eye at all.
In any case, you must prioritize your studies.
After the case closed, I went back to college, even though I've been taking time off to go on my training journey until recently. Though Mitsuru had a hand in getting me back, annoyingly, I mean, thankfully. Annoyingly, I mean, thankfully. Aigis has taken it upon herself to manage my college credits, which led to situations like this. The moment I go off her radar, she suddenly shows up out of nowhere and drags me back to class. Man, I could use one of her. I mean, I'm just kidding. I show up for class all the time. It'd still be useful, though. I mean, it has nothing to do with me wanting a personal Aigis. I'm just throwing that out there. My attendance, classwork, study groups, assignments, submissions, exams, she has total control over my every move. I don't even have time to train anymore.
Stop being so persistent, Aigis. I told you, I have plans today.
You are the same as always, aren't you? You both stand out a lot.
Yeah, there's nothing inconspicuous about you either.
Kurosawa-san.
Kurosawa-san appears out of the crowd with a resigned expression. Yes, I was here to meet him today. He's currently a detective with the Metropolitan Police Department, and is a trustworthy man who has been helping us in secret. Even now, he caught on to Public Safety Department's moves before anyone else was able to warn us.
I wasn't told that you had class today. Should we postpone?
Oh, no, it's alright. Let go, Aigis.
I see. So your plan was to meet with Kurosawa-san?
Yeah, I have something important I need to consult with him on.
That actually seems to be the case for once. I don't have much time to spare either, so why don't you hand him over to me for today, Aigis?
If that is the case, then I understand. I will await your report later.
Aigis says so politely as she released my arm and salutes Kurosawa-san. With that, she disappears back into the crowd. I swear, she's been a pest lately on purpose and enjoys seeing my reactions. Oh well. I guess that means she's getting even more human-like. Ooh, that's really good!
What do you want my help with?
That's really good, man. I was gonna do the split, like, thumbnail thing like I did for the last epilogue. I kinda wanna make that the only picture, because that is phenomenal. Okay.
Well, this might be a bit late to ask, but I want to have enough power in the police to protect the others from the outside.
So that's what this is about. Dealing with people from that side of the business is more trouble than fighting shadows sometimes, you know.
Oh, I know. That's why I need power besides what I can do with my fists.
Kurosawa-san smirks in response.
I like the look on your face. That reminds me, you're old enough to drink now, aren't you?
Ooh, they're gonna go in the bars and mac on the ladies?
Well, yes.
What's this? You don't like alcohol?
No, alcohol and protein shakes go surprisingly well together.
Man, I wonder if that's true. I have to try that at some point.
Drinking with you is gonna be tiring for a different reason.
Kurosawa-san looks amused for a moment, then turns and walks away. I follow him into the city. That was the best one so far. I mean, obviously not from an emotional standpoint, but that picture was great, and basically Kurosawa was saying, let's go to a bar, Akihiko. That'll be fun, right? Oh man, I know that's a silly thing to get hung up on. Oh, now it's ridiculous. You're reusing the assets too much. Mitsuru-san and I are walking through the city, which has suddenly become filled with summer fashions as the long holiday draws to a close. I guess this has got to be Yukari then, right? We've been going out together like this for a while, but when she wears clothes more appropriate for her age, Mitsuru-senpai looks even better than models. Are we gonna see casual Mitsuru clothes here? Alright, let's see. Head turn wherever we go. Mitsuru-senpai doesn't seem fazed by this, though it's more likely that she doesn't have a clue that she's standing out. It's a mystery to me how she doesn't notice that. The only thing that appears to bother her is how she's walking.
I'm not comfortable in these clothes.
Oh.
Come on, you look good. And you know what they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
This is what that people dress in Japan, I guess. That outfit is absurd. She got, like, what's the neck ruff thing? I don't, whatever. I don't know anything about fashion. I guess it looks kind of good. I can't tell. Her hair is her hair different? I feel like it wasn't quite as bushy Hermione-ing out past her shoulders before. Whatever.
Doesn't such a frilly skirt interfere with how you walk?
Huh? Senpai, I know you wore a skirt as part of the Gekkoukan High uniform.
A uniform is fine, since it's like battle attire.
Battle attire, huh?
That's actually a decent way to think. If you were that kind of person, that's probably how I would think about a school uniform as well.
Hey ladies, how's it going? Are the two of you looking for a good time? Why don't you join us and have some fun?
Flashy Man. Flashy Man is about to get flash frozen. Oh, see what I did there?
Would you mind getting out of the way? I'm trying to enjoy my day off with my friend.
Ugh, again? I mean, yeah, she stands out, but how many times have we been hit on just today?
Well, if not today, how about another time? Can I get your phone number? Maybe we could go out sometime.
Oh.
The man hitting on us touches my shoulder. This guy either has guts, or he's really slow on the uptake. Either way, this isn't good at all. This is the part where Yukari says, I'm gonna step over here now. You can talk to my friend. Mitsuru-senpai's arm flashes out like a snake and grabs the man's wrist.
Mitsuru-senpai, hold on!
Ow!
I'd prefer it if you kept your hands off my friend. I also believe it to be in your best interests if you left at once.
I'm okay. Jeez, you guys better get going.
You guys need to get out of here before he kills you.
Oh crap! We're sorry!
Guys who talk to us are scared off by Mitsuru-senpai and they run for their lives. I'm happy that she protected me, but it's like she's seriously turning into an empress. She's the head of the special battle unit with a mission of exterminating shadows. I wonder if that environment is what's making things worse for her after all. I really need to help her have some time off. I really need to help her have some time to enjoy herself.
Senpai, let's go over there.
Let's go over there into the lesbian bar where there's no men around to hit on us. I guess not, the women would hit on them then. Whatever. I don't know, where could you go that you would avoid any men hitting on you? Karaoke bar. You go to a karaoke bar, you run out of room, you stay in there. That's what they do for fun in Japan, right? That's what they do for fun in Japan. Nobody interferes. You go in, oh wait, no, what I'm saying. In the Persona anime, the Trinity Soul thing, some really bad stuff happens when you go to the karaoke bar. Don't go to the karaoke bar. After checking some clothes and accessories like normal girls in busy holiday stores, we decided to take a break at the cafe terrace.
That was fun.
You're right.
She doesn't look too enthusiastic. I relax and enjoy the fun we had, and we take another sip of my iced coffee. An iced latte? You ever had one before? It's like my favorite drink. Not for me!
Senpai, you promised that you wouldn't think about the other day.
Yukari,
I know that it's impossible to keep it from getting to her. After all, the case at this time was all because of the Kirijo group's negative legacy. Mitsuru-senpai had taken on the role of the leader in the Kirijo family to atone for her family's past, and yet, after being captured by the enemy, she couldn't take command of the situation. It may only be natural that she feels responsible for what happened. But even then, I can't be convinced that she needs to bear the weight of that all by herself.
there are so many people here.
And there she goes again. I came here today thinking about giving her a piece of my mind. She keeps taking responsibility for everything on herself and worrying about things all on her own. still, I can't bring myself to say anything about it when I see the look on her face. I thought that maybe comforting her emotionally, like I had back then, would lessen the distance between us, but that would just be repeating what I'd done before. Doing so would be saddening. I mean, we're best friends, you know? As I try and figure out what to say next, all I hear is the bustle of the busy cafe.
See? It's Feather Pink!
Wow, you're right. It's Reiko Kujakuen. Hey, Feather Pink. Where are Red and the others?
This is Red right across from me. Isn't it obvious? Because her hair's red. Get it? Oh, she's getting recognized. I wonder if this is her first time getting recognized. Little boy, everybody turns around, children walking past, make a wide circle around us.
You're mistaken. You've got the wrong person.
I hurriedly wave my hands in an attempt to disperse the crowd. Sigh. Having a role that shows my face can be really inconvenient.
You're quite popular, Yukari. How does it feel to be a hero?
Huh? Well, I guess it's worth it since these kids are really into it.
Death must not be needlessly feared, but it must not be needlessly desired as well. Face it and fight, Featherman. Or so the line goes.
Oh, she's like, you watched my show! Of course I did, because we're friends!
Senpai, why do you know that?
That's the opening line of the intro to Featherman Victory. That's the catchphrase that comes up in every episode of the show.
I'm busy, but I still have time to watch a little television.
Yeah, of course.
What? But why would you watch Featherman of all things?
Why wouldn't I? My best friend is one of the stars. I had never seen such a program before. But it's true. I did sense something from it. I feel that you were trying to help people, especially children, teaching them to avoid bringing harm into their lives.
Well, I guess that's how it is.
The protagonists of hero shows don't just punish evil. They protect those who are precious to them and give everyone the hope to live. I'm sure that these shows teach a lot of things to children, too.
The same goes for Akihiko and Yamagishi, Aigis, Amada, and Iori as well. Every one of us is proceeding down their own path, in their own way.
Oh, I thought she was going to say it's the same for all, we're all watching the show, but whatever.
That's how I can concentrate on my own duties. The trust we formed will not easily be swayed. Isn't that right?
I can't help but sigh. I feel like I've been beaten instead. My best friend believes in me and is watching over me. Well, I should do the same to her, even though I get the feeling that I got sweet-talked somehow.
What's the matter?
I guess I've been defeated today. Well, that's fine. Let's go to the next place.
Next place? You want to continue shopping?
Well, I don't have any idea when you'll be able to make time for me again, you know.
What if I promise to contact you every once in a while? Would that do?
It's a deal. But while we're here...
You guys are getting hit by a car, watch out there. Oh, it's in Kikuno's following behind them. It's perfect that she didn't mention it before. If they don't mention Kikuno here, she just completely ignores the fact that that's the only cue. That's perfect. I really want her to not say anything. I tug Mitsuru-senpai as we resume our shopping. I'm not sure why, but I feel as if whatever had been bothering me has disappeared. Yes, that is perfect. I'm so glad she didn't say anything. Like, she didn't even notice that she's there, or at the very least doesn't care. That's hilarious. That's great. Alright, who's left now? Mitsuru, Koromaru. We haven't had Koromaru's thing yet. Oh, I'm just kidding. National Police Agency. Even before we could complete the follow-up investigation of the case that Minazuki caused, I was summoned by public safety to the government office building. I would have liked to ignore this meeting, which is sure to be nothing more than an interrogation, but it's better that I go in for them to get their hands than for them to get their hands on Labrys or Minazuki. Also, I want to make sure that no trouble comes to Yukari or Amada's daily lives.
So we recognize your achievement in recovering Labrys. Wasn't it your own blunder that led to you, the leader of your organization, being captured?
You guys keep... Even these guys are... What blunder? Did I miss... Comments, please. Did I miss something where it was their fault that this happened? Because even, the bad guys are convinced, the good guys are convinced, everybody keeps saying it's our fault, we screwed this up. They didn't do anything. They got in the car, guy got possessed, they can't do nothing about that. They didn't put the tinfoil hat on the guy, I guess. Should take more precaution, put the tinfoil hat on all your employees.
There are also reports that you involved underage civilians in this matter as well. What do you think your organization is?
If there were people there, then they must have acted on their own to protect their town and their companions. Also, With regard to the members of the auxiliary staff, the emergency suppression unit, they became concerned for me after my disappearance and came after me as individuals. That is all. It is absolutely unrelated to the Shadow Operatives.
You're just playing semantics.
Furthermore, when the second case occurred, the Shadow Operatives were forced to begin an investigation based on a lack of evidence. Since you were the ones who ordered the investigation, I believe you would know whether or not they were able to go on duty or not. Also, even though it may have been merely an intimidation tactic, I received a report that my people were fired upon during the incident. I laughed it off at the time, since it's impossible that this organization could have been so stupid as to send my people into danger unprepared.
You little...
But as you pointed out, it was due to my own lack of preparedness that I was captured by the enemy. I will accept any kind of punishment for that.
She's playing this phenomenally well. Good job, Mitsuru. You are a pro.
The report says that your capture was nothing but a ruse, though?
It was all a ruse! Ooh, the man from public safety is here! It's like, I'm the cool one! Let's go!
What is it? We're in the middle of an inquiry here.
I was ordered to bring these documents the moment they arrived.
The man who enters the room hands a binder full of documents to the men interrogating me. While they're distracted by that for a moment, the newcomer glances at me. I feel as if I know that man from somewhere, but... what was that about?
What is this?
Is he another character? Is he a character from an older game and I missed something? Whatever.
As you can see, it's the report from our undercover investigation of the Kirijo group.
You fool! These are not the kinds of details we asked for. This deliberation is temporarily suspended. You will be notified of our further decisions at a later date.
Their sudden sourness makes me think that this case is coming to an end. But to think that someone would be able to turn in a report that would instantly suspend an investigation from these sticklers. It would seem that there are some people, even in public safety, who do not respect their higher-ups. Also, that undercover investigation report must have been made by Shirogami. Ha! It seems I'm in her debt. That's a new background. Very simple one, but it is a new background. When I leave the conference, I see the other Shadow Operatives have gathered here.
Mitsuru-san!
What are you all doing here?
These guys insisted on at least trying to testify in person, since they failed you on the mission. I had no choice but to come too.
Seeing that our friend, who had gone missing, was immediately summoned to the government office on her return, we were worried it was a conspiracy.
I guess you're playing it really smooth right now, with your smooth suit covering up your robot parts. Labrys wasn't disguised at all. I guess they're just like kind of forming a square of people around here so nobody notices.
Indeed, as your friends, it's only natural that we'd rush to your side, because we are your friends.
I guess, why are you speaking with such over-exaggeration, and what are Yukari and Iori even doing here?
Yeah, we were all worried about you. After all, we're all your friends.
I cannot believe that she is here in the feather pink outfit for no reason.
The best of friends. Yep, yes sirree.
And we do not work for you in any capacity. Certainly not.
You realize I won't be able to stick up for you if they come down on you because of this.
It'll be fine. Look, I'm in the middle of a shoot right now.
I'm just out walking Koromaru.
I'm just going out for a run, you know?
You're training, Junpei? You should have told me sooner. I'll come along.
That's okay. I mean, can't you see what we're getting at here?
Seriously,
You've been, yeah. It looks like you haven't been training. Oh, that Koromaru. Yeah, he really steams me up. There we go. All right. This is looking pretty good. This is a good shot. I like this shot again. Why does Ken have his gun? Why does Ken have his evoker? That doesn't make... Why would he have that? And why, seriously, why have they not disguised Labrys at all? It annoys me. Whatever. Let's see. I can't help but laugh with amusement, though this makes me happy as their friend. I have mixed feelings as the leader of our organization. The higher-ups that gave themselves away this time are only the tip of the iceberg. There must be many people in the police and in the political realm who don't think well of the Kirijo group. Those troublemakers would pounce immediately if we even let the slightest vulnerability, if we leave even the slightest vulnerability unguarded. Good job, Jacob. You can get it out. But even then, the Shadow Operatives will continue to protect and serve. We won't let anyone be forced to won't let anyone be forced to be alone. We can create a world where everyone will have the strength to deny the fate of destruction.
Let's go.
Yes!
And we will continue moving towards the future for the sake of granting our wishes. Well, darn. I was gonna do the split thing like I did for the last finale's thumbnail, and I guess I gotta use that now. Not that was a good picture, so I don't really care, but man, but I wanted to use the Akiko in a suit with the core. My eyes look so good. But whatever. Alright. Gotta press X? No, it's just loading. Alright. Okay. I would say that side was Shadow Operative. Yeah! Oh, the picture should have been the little pin, though. Like, you know, like you have been made a Shadow Operative player. But whatever. So I believe I discussed this last time around. But just a thought that I've had is that if characters from the past games, or at least new characters who are Shadow Operatives, do not show up in 5, it's officially a plot hole, right? Because they have the ability to detect shadow activity. So if they don't show up, it's not just, oh, they didn't put the cameos in this game. It's literally a plot hole. Unless the way they're circumnavigating that is, we've already seen in the one bit of gameplay we have from Persona 5 where they're fighting personas, maybe it literally isn't shadows they're fighting. They only fight, like, corrupted personas, or, you know, people who are trapped in, you know, whatever, however it winds up working out, because, like, it's since been confirmed that you don't actually transform into your persona. You know, so my analysis videos are irrelevant in that point. But they were fighting personas, so unless they were just stand-ins and they're going to be shadows later in the game, maybe the way they're going to get away with these characters not showing up is by having, you know, these corrupted, or whatever we'll wind up calling them, these, you know, personas that are enemies and not, you know, things that you're controlling. And that'll be the way they get around, you know, all the other characters showing up. Because seriously, if the other characters don't show up, it's not just, oh, they chose not to have them in there. It's a plot hole. If we play 5 and they fight shadows and there's shadow stuff going on and the operatives do not show up at some point, it's a plot hole in 5. And it'll really annoy, like, it won't ruin the experience or anything for me, because I understand why, as a writer, you might not want to bring those old characters in. You want to focus on your new cast, obviously. That's what you'd want to do. But all the same, it would really annoy me if characters don't show up. Not because I'm like, I want to see the characters from the other games. If they create new characters who are in the Shadow Operatives, that's fine. That completely, like, would, you know, that would accomplish the same thing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But it just is obnoxious. It would be obnoxious to me if they didn't show up and they were fighting shadows, because that would just mean that somewhere Mitsuru was sitting in a room looking at a monitor going, yes, there's massive shadow activity in Tokyo right now, and the other characters go, should we do something? And she goes, I'm tired, I guess. Well, whatever. But anyway, talking about this game specifically, hey, I guess, how you doing, girl? This one was better than, this side was better than the first side, I think. The first side did, you know, handled certain individual scenes in more interesting ways, and, you know, obviously there was some development for the Persona 4 characters, obviously, Risei in particular, but this side not only made me like Sho as a character, I don't like Sho, like, oh yes, I like Sho, I appreciate the character more, because he had no depth last time around. You know, it ended with Minazuki fighting, and, like, you know, the ending meeting with them was you and him basically nodded to each other, and then Minazuki ran off, so it just wasn't nearly on the same level as this one was. But anyway, no, that was good. Labrys' development was, I feel like that kind of brought things full circle. I wish that she could have met Snowy again, but I guess, you know, it's implied, you know, she's going to meet him again, or they're going to even bring him back from the island, perhaps. Assuming Snowy doesn't die soon, because dang, that dog's got to be old by now. It's more than a decade old. The dumb ending villain reveal is still dumb, and I think it's really just, you know, oh, we need to have this be a Persona plot, and they fight a god at the end, right? But Minazuki, Sho Minazuki, whatever, good antagonist. Labrys, good protagonist, good waifu, high tier, high class waifu. I'm just joking. But I don't know, I liked it a lot more than the P4 side, if nothing else. Handled the characters, I mean, obviously because there was room for those characters to grow a bit more, because those characters hadn't been in the last game. So obviously Ken developed a lot as well. Kind of, you know, obviously I think he had the most obvious development because he went from in the beginning of the game going, "Oh, woe is me, everybody else is growing up around me, I'm never going to be an adult, childhood sucks," to basically being, yeah, you know, they don't care that I'm a kid. You know, they aren't avoiding me. They're just waiting for me to, you know, grow up and come and join them, you know? He gained a lot more confidence in that regard. But dang, Koromaru is going to be dead soon. Koromaru can't have much longer under his belt.
To you by these sponsors.
Was it developed by or sponsored by? Jeez, guys. Make up your minds. So apparently there are secret endings to this game. I don't know if they're going to just pop up right now. Boom, there it is. Are you going to make it obvious right now? Okay, yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, so that was the epilogue. The ending, technically speaking. Now, next time, the secret endings.